Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes. This is Wednesday, the 11th of May, 2022. And I want to start off today with what's going on because it is a little bit unusual to see a pattern like this. We don't see it very often. When you do wind up seeing it, oftentimes it's in the spring, the summer, sometimes even into the fall. Not so much in the wintertime. Every once in a while, you'll get a setup like this in the wintertime. But we have an upper low that is sitting right here off the North Carolina coast. This is all, we're looking at the levels of the atmosphere at about 18,000 feet. And this upper low, of course, we saw what happened Friday and Saturday into Sunday, is still sitting here off the East Coast, and it's still fairly wrapped up. You've got these, height lines. There's basically isobars in the upper levels of the atmosphere. We're getting our flow in the upper atmosphere coming in from the east. So the problem here is that if there's any cloud cover that is out offshore, that's going to get swept back westward. We saw some of that happen yesterday, and we're seeing it happening again today. It primarily, because of the way the low is positioned, the cloud line doesn't extend that far inland, but we're watching it on the satellite, which I'll get to in a moment. But I just want to show you where we're going now as we move forward, because this blocking pattern that we've been in is breaking down, and it's breaking down a bit faster than what the models are showing. You still have the upper low there sitting off the East Coast on Friday. So now the upper flow, instead of being from the east and northeast, is actually coming more from the south-southeast. And that may not necessarily be a good thing either, because we lose access to the dry air that we're enjoying with sunshine in many places. And also, we start to see some moisture coming back. So I think we're going to start to have some issues as we get toward Friday and then into the weekend, as the upper low continues to weaken and it opens up. And you see it here as we move into Saturday morning. It's now centered up in southern Ohio. And at the same time, we've got a trough that's in the west, up in the northern plains. It's just waiting for that upper low to weaken enough to allow the traffic to start moving from west to east. And that's what's going to happen as we go through the weekend. And then eventually it will probably culminate in a cold front coming through here with this sharper looking upper trough on Monday, in which case we could see some showers and thunderstorms with that, and we could be looking at the possibility maybe even of some severe weather. So we'll come back to that in a moment. In the meantime, you can see on the satellite loop how the clouds are backing westward. There's a low-level circulation sitting east of the North Carolina coast. It's barely moving. If we were, say, a month from now, or maybe a little bit longer than that, we would probably be looking at something like this and maybe thinking that it could perhaps become a tropical depression or a tropical storm. But I think it's a little bit too far north, and it's a little bit too early. Though, bear in mind, we've seen tropical storms in May every year for the last 6 years. But again, that cloud line starts to come inland into the dry air. It thins out a bit. It's a little bit more prevalent near the coast. The good news from the standpoint of rain is that, at least on the radar, unlike yesterday where we had actually a little patch of rain that came out of southeastern New England and back west-southwestward, not seeing much activity there today. You can see a few showers getting picked up by the coastal radars well offshore New Jersey and east of North Carolina, but there's nothing close, and I don't expect there to be as we go forward today. Storm Prediction Center today has got some risk areas to talk about here. Eastern New Mexico, West Texas at a slight risk, and we have a large area of enhanced risk in Minnesota, northwestern Iowa, eastern South Dakota, and that comes with an elevated 5 to 10% tornado risk there. As we move into tomorrow, the same area grows larger in the northern plains with a large area of enhanced risk, and that also comes with a 5 to 10% tornado risk and a very high hail risk, by the way. We're talking about hail an inch or more in diameter, so we're talking about the big stuff. And then as we move on to Friday into Saturday, we now have slight risk from Wisconsin southwestward into Oklahoma. This is starting to take the look like that cold front that we talked about for early next week. That's starting to see that area move eastward. Not so much happening in the east. General thunderstorms, middle and southern Atlantic states widely scattered. But in the northeast, at least through Saturday, it does look like we're not going to have any issues with that. And with respect to rainfall over the next 7 days, I think much of this is going to come with whatever scattered stuff we have over the weekend, and maybe with some showers and storms on Monday. We're looking at basically a quarter to at most a half an inch in some places. If go up into southern New England, it's even less. More in Virginia, North Carolina, 3/4 of an inch to an inch there, and the rest of the middle and upper Mississippi Valley across the plains into the Pacific Northwest. So we're going to go back to the European model just to show you how this model is handling the. This is not radar, by the way. It's precipitation. The radar sometimes could look, over the course of a 6-hour period, you could have rain echoes just about everywhere. But you'll see, at least for the rest of today, except for where there's some cloud issues near the coast, the areas in sunshine are going to easily be getting into the 70s. I think coastal areas will probably stay in the 60s, immediate coast in the 50s. Same will hold through for Thursday. Actually, you might be able to tack a couple of degrees to the highs tomorrow, assuming we don't have any cloud issues. And then you see those winds. The high moves out to the east, east of New Brunswick. So the isobars start to go a little more southeasterly as we go into Friday. And I think we're going to have to throw in the chance for some clouds and some patchy showers on Friday, not an all-day rain. And then on Saturday, kind of the same, some scattered showers around. Temperatures are going to be pretty much moving up through the 70s. And I think the same will hold true for Sunday with some afternoon shower, maybe even a possible thunderstorm inland developing. And then here comes the cold front for Monday. That'll move on through. And again, I'll be watching for the possibility with that strong-looking upper trough that we could see maybe some severe weather with that. And then after that, it turns a little cooler and a little drier. But nothing exceptional in either direction, I think. But at least the weather will probably turn nice from Tuesday into maybe Wednesday, well, certainly Wednesday and possibly even into the first part of Thursday of next week. So a little extra long range there. Joe and Joe Weather Show is back tonight. I'm not exactly sure if we're on at 7:30, 8 o'clock, or 8:30. So just watch for your notifications. If you're not getting notifications about the Joe and Joe Weather Show, just subscribe to my YouTube channel with your Gmail account, and you can get notifications every time the Joe and Joe Weather Show is on, which is usually Monday through Thursday at 7:30 and Sunday at 11 a.m. We took the last 2 nights off as I had some stuff to do, but we are back for tonight. Just again, I'll let you know a little bit later on. Have a great day, everybody.